Alright guys, J Money Fixes here. We're changing the oil in the Suzuki RM80. So, if you take a look in there, you might not be able to see it, but the oil doesn't look too good, or if I'm just seeing things, but I haven't changed the oil in over a year. So, I got this oil. It takes 550 milliliters. So, we're going to estimate. That's what I do every time. It seems to work. So, I'll get back to you when I get the drain plug out. Alright, so I had to move it around a little bit because the drain plug wanted to be a little stubborn, like in the position that it is. And the bike is so muddy that makes it even more difficult. But guys, see that I almost got it. See it. There we go. Ooh, that does not look like the greatest oil. That does not look... That looks like it has mud in it. Yeah, that does not look like... I mean, for the oil experts out there, what does good oil look like? From all I know, good oil I think is clear. And this definitely is not clear. But kind of don't want to spill some on the concrete, but just need to make sure it gets majority to all of it in there. That is not at all good. I might have to put the drain plug back in if it don't stop. What was I thinking? This small of a container, but these don't hold too much oil. See it stopping right now. It's like there's mud in there. How did this thing even run? I mean, I'm not really surprised. These older bikes are built so well, but you can see it still dripping there. Almost there. See what it looks like in there. Yeah. That is, just looks like straight mud. That cannot be good. Alright, I'll catch back up to you when I get the drain plug back on. Alright guys, so the oil is almost done draining. That does not look good. That does not look good at all. But we got some good oil, high mileage, motor oil 10W30. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. It's engine oil, motor oil, yeah. So it should work, right? Just look, it's like I just poured a bunch of mud in there. That's crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna put back on the plug and we'll start filling up the oil. Alright, so got the drain plug on. All the oil is drained. I'll just wash that off. So what we gotta do with this oil, we need to go down to the 300, 325 mark on milliliters with this type of oil. So grab our funnel. And let's start filling this up. The engine was warm before I filled it up. Alright, so we're currently at about 680, so we gotta keep going. You don't want to overfill the oil, because if you do, you could just let some out. We are currently at, I don't know if you can see that, but we are about 570, 575. Let's keep pouring. Pour a little more. About 450. Little cut there. Sorry about that. And we are almost at 300, about 350 mark. We're gonna stop about 325 because you do not want to overfill oil. I mean, not that big of a deal, but what? I gotta hold it level. And you don't want too little too. You don't want too little and you don't want too much. That is spot on. So we're gonna fire it up, but first we gotta put back on the cap, and then we're gonna wash this off. So we're gonna wash that off first, put this back on, put the oil back, put the cap on, and then start it. So let's put on this cap, and we can mix it around a little bit. I don't know, I'm not a pro at changing oil. Guess you can mix it around with the Kickstarter if you have one. Maybe pulling the clutch a little bit to get it really soaked in there, you know. And I'll clean this up and I'll get back to you. So I put back on the cap and got the gas on. And let's see if it fires up. Alright, so it's in neutral. Got the oil in, didn't overfill it. We filled it up to around 325, 550 milliliters, and let's see. Almost. You can let this idle for a little bit. Let it warm up, let the new oil get in the crevices of the engine. There it goes, but I've been messing with the air screw a little bit. I'll probably mess with that a little bit more, but let's fire it up again. Actually, okay. I'm gonna turn off the gas. There you have it. An oil change on a Suzuki RM80.